This is a graph that shows us the surface area of every type of blood vessel in the body, so the three types that we talked about, and the velocity and blood pressure in every one of them. So we know we have the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. Here we're going to look at all of them in detail. So the large arteries, small arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins. And we're going to look at the blood pressure as well as the speed at which blood is traveling inside of each of them. They all have different characteristics, and this is why blood will travel at different pressures and speeds inside of them. Their characteristics will affect the way the blood flows through them and the roles that they play in the body. So here on the x-axis are the different blood vessels. We start with the large arteries, then we have the small arteries. They branch into smaller arteries. The small arteries will branch into arterioles. Arterioles branch into capillaries. Then capillaries fuse together after leaving the exchange surfaces and the body tissues and all of that into venules. And then the venules fuse into veins and we go back to the heart. So we're going to compare blood pressure in all of them. We see that we have the highest blood pressure in the arteries. In the large and the small arteries, we have the highest level of blood pressure. Then as we branch into arterioles, the blood pressure is decreasing. We go into capillaries, blood pressure is decreasing more and more. And then we go into venules and veins, and it keeps decreasing. So the further we move away from the heart, the more blood pressure is going to decrease. Now, if we look at the speed at which blood is traveling, we have the highest speed again in the arteries, whether large or small. And this is because blood is pumped with such high pressure that it gives such a high velocity. The velocity will decrease along with the decreasing blood pressure as we go into arterioles. We have minimum velocity at the level of capillaries, which we said is important because here we need diffusion to happen between the blood and the exchange surfaces of the body. And for diffusion to happen, the blood needs to be flowing slowly. And as we saw, red blood cells flow in a single file in capillaries. However, what's weird is that as we go into venules and veins, the velocity is increasing. And this is because of the adaptations of the veins and the venules, like having valves and being situated between muscles.